world, so many things go unspoken.
But now is the time to speak truth to those conversations so we can finally address trauma and awaken healing.
I'm C. Lane, an entrepreneur, sound designer, composer, and truth seeker.
And my name is Brody, artist, educator, and content creator. Welcome to Open Canvas. Let's paint.
Where your brushes at? Where your brushes at? What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all be? What y'all doing? What y'all see?
Oh my God, what is this face I'm doing? I'm sorry.
They were all frozen in excitement for those who are listening in. Welcome to Open Canvas Live. What's going on, Brody and Ebony? How y'all feeling?
Wow.
Fabulous.
I'm feeling a lot of great things. Just had a B-day. My mom's B-day is tomorrow.
Yes.
And guess who has another B-day this week?
This week?
Who?
Crit.
This week?
This week?
Crit. Yeah.
Ooh.
What are we doing right now, people?
In tune with the moon.
What are
Open Canvas? Open Canvas has a B-day this week.
Child, Chris don't
wait,
forgot his
really?
baby's
Y'all,
birthday.
okay, wait. Let me get our listeners up to speed. Okay. So Open Canvas was started back in our first episode was Monday, April 13th, 2020.
Yes.
Yeah. And it has been a journey, y'all. So, oh my goodness, yes, we are celebrating those
Years.
2 years. Oh,
Dos
Anya.
años.
Dos
Dos
años.
años.
I was about to say, y'all, don't challenge me. Dos años. We are really excited for that. So yeah, thank you for catching that birthday.
Yes.
That's beautiful. 2 years, guys. You have a little toddler on your hands.
Right.
Something like that. So yeah, anyway, welcome to the show. Without further ado, we gonna get things started and kick things off. Today's episode is called In Tune with the Moon.
Okay.
In
So,
Tune with the Moon. And Brody, what we talking about?
and I should be asking you that.
I know, right?
So, okay. Clearly, when it comes to like the zodiac stuff, I have no idea what we're talking about, except literally the only thing I will know is the topics that we're discussing, which is moon signs. Yeah. Don't know anything about it, but you know it's going to enlighten us. C Lane, navigating emotions. I'm just trying to navigate to get to work on time, child. He talking about navigating emotions. And then lastly, we have expressing what we need.
So yeah, let's start here, right? In tune with the moon signs.
Right.
So first let me ask who else we got on this table. Ebony, what do you know so far about moon signs? And I'm gonna help fill in the gaps with our audience.
I love moon signs. I think moon signs are literally a reflection of who you are inwardly. You only share like the traits of your moon sign with people who you are really, really close with. So, like, simply put, like, your moon sign reflects your inner being. Like, it includes your intuition, emotional responses, and perception of yourself. Like, it isn't always obvious or noticeable to others unless like I said, you've spent a great amount of time with them. So I feel like your moon sign is truly who you are with closed doors, blinds shut down. It's truly your inner soul.
That's good. I like that. A lot of times people will say that it's an ongoing debate, but sometimes people will say that a moon sign tells you more about somebody than a sun sign.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, and it's like the way that I've learned to distill it. So just to give people some background, I study astrology a lot. I study astrology. I do birth chart readings. And I compare a lot of people's natal charts. So a lot of people will come to me and be like, "Hey, tell me about this person and my connection with that person." Brody, you got a question? Yeah,
I
Right.
do.
yeah.
Just for the audience and also myself,
Sure.
since Ebbs gave such a beautiful definition about the moon sign is, just so people can have a comparison. Can you
Yeah.
describe to us what does the sun sign mean or
Oh,
entails?
thank you. So a sun sign is what we are all most familiar with,
Okay.
based on the day you were born. So there are 12 sun signs in a calendar year. And these sun signs are usually when most people say, "Hey, I'm a Scorpio because I was born on November 14th," right? That is a sun sign. And the sun, the meaning of it, the sun is really how you showcase yourself to the world. Um, it is also defined as what is innate to your spirit, right? It's how your spirit operates, and it's what you sort of emanate from your being. So that's your sun sign. Think of sun rays, radiation, how you radiate, how you give off vibrations. Whereas your moon sign, right? When we think of the moon, is something that comes out at night. So the moon is a lot more internal, right? The way that I've learned it is what we need, what we truly need inside. And yeah, that's been very revealing to help separate the two.
Okay.
Um, yeah, those are our definitions. And now I want to ask y'all, okay? Where we're going to start is discussing our own moon signs and the moon signs of anybody that's in our audience. So if you are in here listening, go ahead and drop what your moon sign is. If you don't know, well, now you about to. Okay, so I just need you to go up on Google or something and look up, hey, what is my moon sign? They're gonna have you input, your information, like your birth date and name and stuff. Um,
Um,
and you'll get your moon sign. Yeah, what's up?
we can also, for those who have, for those who have tuned in before, also another app that we've utilized as far as like moon signs, sun signs is Astro Matrix.
Yes.
So if that is something that some of you already have, just go ahead and go to your app and just like check it out. Let us
I
hear
thought you
about
were
your
gonna say
signs.
co-star.
CoStar is another one. I
I
had
love
CoStar.
co-star because they really be jacking you up. Like they will snatch you up by the collar and tell you about yourself.
So
That's
CoStar is
good.
aggressive, but
That's good.
sometimes we
Yeah,
need that
those stars
aggressive
are blessed.
truth.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. I am an advocate
Um,
of listening to my astrology every day.
oh, that's
Word.
good. That's good. And
Mhm.
what do you get out of listening to your astrology?
I think it's about interpretation. For me, I take it spiritually. So,
Mhm.
like, I take it as like, okay, this is a message from God, but like in my own way to where he knows how I can interpret it. Like I don't take it literally. Like if I feel something or I connect towards it, then I'll apply it. But if I'm just like, I don't know what the hell this means, then obviously that message wasn't meant for me.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's good. That's good. Okay, so going around the room, what are our moon signs? I'll start us off. So my moon sign is Sagittarius, right? So if you look at
Oh,
my birth chart, it's very close to Scorpio, right? I have a whole bunch of things in my birth chart in Scorpio. Sagittarius is right there on the line, so it's really close. But it is Sagittarius is my moon. If you know anything about Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius have a thirst for knowledge, a thirst for travel, a thirst for getting to the bottom of things. They are the philosophers of the zodiac.
okay.
Um, and yeah, sort of like a thirst for adventure and new things. So that being my moon sign, right? Kind of depicts what I need, on an internal level. So yes, that is 1000% correct. I find that I need depths, to unchart the depths of knowledge of things undiscovered, of how things operate. And yeah, anybody that knows me knows that that's a big part of my journey. So yeah, that's me, Sagittarius moon.
Okay.
Do you want me to go next?
Yeah, you go for it, girl. Go for it.
Okay, so my moon is in Cancer. So that means I am very, 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 very sensitive.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna read what CoStar says. Okay.
Go for it.
So
Go
my
for
moon
it.
is in Cancer. So the moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. This is likely the sign you most think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable. My moon is in Cancer, meaning your emotional self is sensitive, thoughtful, and empathetic. I have a tendency to feel like a martyr and secretly fear being abandoned by those I love. I often have trouble letting things go, which is so true, and feel like an emotional wreck, which is also true. It says it's in your 10th house, meaning you find security and safety through success and responsibility, which is also very true.
Oh, you got Cancer moon in your 10th house?
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
That's tough. Okay, all right, y'all. All right, y'all. So we got to break it down.
Well,
Hold on, we got to break it down.
damn!
So 10th house. 10th house is the
Yeah, break
house
that down for
of
me.
the house of career, success, material aspirations, gain. Yeah, it's the energy of Capricorn, if you will. It's the energy of Capricorn. Now, Ebony, is there echo? Somebody got a video on?
There's an echo.
Is there an echo? Oh my God.
Is it me?
Is it me? It might be
Check,
me.
check, 1, 2. Okay, there we go. There we go. So now that's the energy of Capricorn. Ebony, you having Cancer in the 10th house. Let me know if I'm wrong here, but
Okay.
that means that when it comes to your career and your ideas of success, it is definitely an emotional struggle to a certain standpoint, right? Cancer is emotions. And to put that in the 10th house means that it's very difficult for you to separate your emotions from your lines of work.
Yes.
They are probably deeply entwined, sometimes to the point where you don't even want them to be intertwined.
Oh,
But
honey.
it's like,
Yes.
oh, I'm feeling this. Or,
My
ooh,
therapist literally says that I create the same exact value for everything. Everything. So every emotion for me is heightened. When I'm happy, I'm very happy. When I'm sad, bitch, I'm sad. When I'm angry, I'm angry. Every emotion is the exact same value. And so when I was a kid, I didn't understand what was going on with me. I thought that I was crazy because that's what everybody else was saying, that I was crazy. But it's just that I put the same emotion for everything, for every single thing. It's always heightened for me. So
yeah.
people call me dramatic. Maybe that's why I'm into acting, but whatever. I just feel things very passionately. I'm a very passionate person.
Yes. Wow. Moon sign in Cancer, y'all, in the 10th house is what we just found out from Miss Ebony.
Well, damn,
Um,
like I need to drink to that.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, moon sign Cancer. And so just to also let you know, and then we're gonna move on to Brody. Just to also let you know, Cancer is ruled by the moon. Okay, so your moon sign being in Cancer, meaning that you feel more depths of your emotions, probably 10 times more than the next person. Right? Because Cancer is ruled by the moon. It's the only sign ruled by the moon. So the fact that your moon is in Cancer is double moon energy. It's double emotions,
Wow.
double feelings,
Well,
double sympathy, double empathy. It's like,
probably why I have the phases of the moon tattooed on my spine, because I just really connect with the moon. And also my favorite anime is Sailor Moon. So
It
you was
is.
just telling me.
My cat's named after Sailor Venus. It's not a big deal or whatever, but
Dang, so you are the moon.
I love the moon.
And
I
there you
mean, I
go.
am Team Jacob all the way. Okay,
Okay.
rules for
Look.
life.
Come
Ooh,
on.
child.
Woo!
I know nothing about the light of Twi.
The light of
Okay,
twilight.
Jared, your turn. Your turn.
All right, Mr. B-Roll, what you got?
Well, before we get there, I just want to let our guests who are joining us let you know, if you could type in your moon sign. If you don't know how to access that, you could just put your information in CoStar, the app, or maybe Astro Matrix, or you can go on Google and put your information in there. Thank you. Now,
What's your moon sign be?
I'm a Libra.
Libra moon.
I
Oh,
am. First, okay, before we start to like just rip my shit apart, can I just say that which Ebony, your moon being Cancer, like, oh my god, that describes a close friend of mine so much. And I'm just like sitting here and be like, this nigga makes sense now. I mean, he's always made sense to me, but like, well, I want to
Yeah.
see his chart now. But
sensitive, honey, sensitive.
Yeah, Cancer moon
what?
is wild.
And
But
And
yeah,
Rashad and Kiana, we're gonna get to y'all too. We see that y'all dropped it in the chat. Go ahead, bro.
yes, I'm a Libra.
Okay, Libra moon. Now, Brody, do you know anything about what that could mean? What it's talking about?
If I can remember from past readings that you have gave me, I think go for it, child.
That's good. Okay, good try. Good try.
ready.
I
So
know
with
I know we talked about something about communication. That's all I can
so
remember.
Brody is a Libra moon, y'all. And if y'all don't know anything about Brody, he is also a Aries sun. Okay. But we're talking about our moon signs here. So if I hear Libra moon, Libra is the energy of balance. They are the peacemakers. They need to keep the balance of ins and outs. So when something negative happens, oh, I need something positive to balance it out. When something positive happens, oh, I can't dwell in that too long because I gotta get ready for the next negative thing that might happen. But that being your moon sign, what you need, you really need and desire peace and balance, which is interesting to put it against your sun sign of Aries, which is a warrior by nature. So you probably have a lot of moments throughout your life where you are debating whether you want to go to battle or you want to be at peace. Your Aries
Yes.
yeah, your Aries energy is like, I'm ready. I'm ready. And your
Here's
Libra is like, but on second thought, if I do that, what's gonna happen? So
when I tell
that's an
you
interesting
I'm a
dynamic.
retired warrior. I tell people this all the time because listen, back in my day, I would never back down from an argument. At first I'd be like, oh, you got something to say? Come on with it. Come on with
Yeah.
it. I've been ready. I've been ready. You have 4 rounds in your weapon. I got 20. Let's go. So like I've always been that type of person. But as the hothead that Aries are, and I would say as I matured, I realized if I keep at this pace, I'm gonna die by the time I'm 36, and I ain't got time
Mm,
to have my mama crying or whatnot. Hey, mama, I see you in the chat. I just ain't got time for that. So I have become I would say my Libra moon has taken over a lot in comparison to my Aries sun. I would say they learned to have a great, beautiful duality. Now, where I don't necessarily pop off real quick or get really disrespectful, I do use a lot of my logic brain and try to find a healthy balance. However, however, let it come to anybody in my crew, people that I know who are not agitators, who are not people who are disrespectful. If
yeah.
anybody came for them, I bet you I'd be the first person to jump in front and be like, is there a problem? Because if there's a problem, don't talk to them. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And Aries and Libra are 180 degrees on the opposite sides of a birth chart. So oftentimes they really don't understand each other. So it's interesting to have both of those dualities. And yeah, Libra moon, Libras are the lawyers of the zodiac. They have a habit of getting to the bottom of logical things. They're great communicators. They never shy away from a conversation. They're air sign, right? Air is the element of communication, of talking, of speaking.
Mm.
So I would imagine you being a moon sign, you have a need to communicate, talk things out, talk to people. Hashtag Open
Yes.
Canvas Live. Not surprised.
Yes. I promise you, like, if you're a person, like, if you're not open to giving me the clarity I need, you're like a limb that I can't use anymore and I have to amputate you. So, like, I need you to be I need you to like, no, and I tell people this every time, like, I'm very clear about who I am and what I put out there and what I need from you. And
Yeah.
if at any point I try to communicate to you and be like, this is not what you're not giving me what I need, or like if I'm not giving you something that you need and you're not talking to me and I feel that friction because I am also an empath. So
Oh,
like
yeah, I hate that word.
I feel it and I can't, I hate it. I feel the tension. So like my goal is to always to find a balance. And if you're going to cause friction and not give me the balance that I need, I mean, I could be unbalanced by myself and get myself together. I don't
Mm.
need anybody adding any unnecessary
deep.
weight to either one of my plates.
That's deep.
Rhymed.
That's deep.
Wow, at least you didn't get that you're super sensitive.
But I love, listen, but thing I love about a Cancer though,
Smoking from a Cancer moon. Yep. Mm-hmm.
here's what I'll say. As you being a Cancer moon and as having a close friend who is a Cancer sun, when I tell you I love y'all, y'all maybe sometimes emotions may be all over the place,
Oh my
but y'all
God.
are very honest and transparent. Even when y'all
Oh,
should
that's
try to
sweet.
hide shit, y'all really can't hide shit. So, cause y'all emotions telling y'all.
My face shows my emotions all the time, but what I really love what you said was about how you felt like all your signs kind of meshed together, like
Mm-hmm.
your sun, your moon, and I don't know if you know your rising, but I know my rising, and I think all of my signs really mesh well into making ebony ebony, and I enjoy all of my signs. I love being a Taurus. I'm a true Taurus. My birthday's April 27th. Hey.
Coming
Hey,
around the
So
corner.
girl.
what's up? So I'm a true Taurus. My moon's in Cancer. Love being sensitive. I love being passionate. And my rising is in Virgo. I definitely give
Oh,
rising
yeah.
Virgo energy, main character energy, Beyonce, hi, hey. That's me.
Now, before we get off of you, Brody, do you know what house your moon sign is in? Does it tell
Yes.
you that?
Good question.
Child, first of all, I want to say, Ebony, I'm a Taurus rising. Um, so the shit says transit moon.
No.
And okay, all right,
Are you,
wait a
what are
minute.
you on?
I'm on.
You on Astro?
Yeah.
Okay, wait,
Should I
wait,
go to
wait, wait.
chart?
No, yeah, yes,
Yes.
go to chart. Go to chart.
Mhm.
And then scroll down and you're gonna
Ads.
see
Hold on, I
like,
got ads. Hold
Wait a
on.
oh
minute.
my goodness, not the
Astro.
ads.
Let me
Okay.
get on this.
Ooh, every day I got her in the chat.
So my
Say
moon.
Leo moon. Oh, we about to go through these. We about to go
We
through
going
these.
through.
Stay
I'm on
tuned, y'all.
CoStar.
Stay tuned. Yeah, CoStar Astro Matrix. If you don't know, Google it. If you don't know, download the app. Brody, what house your moon in?
So the house would be my sign, Libra, right?
What? Yeah. What house is that in? So
I
you'll
mean, I'm
see it
sorry.
say
My moon
first.
is Libra, so it would be in that house, right?
What? No.
I know
What
I ain't making
house
no
is
sense.
it
I'm
in?
so
Like
sorry. I see 12th
first through
house.
12th. 12th
It's in
house?
12th house, yeah.
Okay, y'all. So the 12th house, right? Okay, so if y'all don't know anything about houses is where that energy takes place. Okay. So it's like, okay, the zodiac sign is the what, and the house is the where, right? So that being in your 12th house, Brody,
Uh-huh.
12th house is the house of vision, of art, of dreams, right? So really where your Libra energy truly comes into play is in regards to your artistry and your who your dreams, your imagination. So a lot of I would say that this person, when it comes to what they do artistically, what they do creatively, they really needed to uh be very in tune with communication. It needs to reach certain depths, certain layers, unpack certain things. I couldn't see a person like this putting on a very surface play, right? You probably like, but what are we talking about? But what are we doing? Yeah, because that Libra energy is intense when it comes to that artistry being in your 12th house.
When I tell you we do not do surface shit. I was just talking to somebody about this. I'm sorry, I'm about to go on a quick rant. I'm gonna be done. I was just talking to somebody. I said, you know what? It was my sister. We went out to dinner the other day, and I was just looking around. I was very high, but I was looking around, and I was looking at everyone, and I was just thinking to myself, like, everyone looks the same. They all look like they have good money, but there was like fake hair, there was makeup, there was not like everyone had the standard look, but I felt no depth when I looked into the eyes of anyone at that in that room, except for two other people, one of them being my sister, and then the other person was the host there. And when I tell you she was funny as fuck, but anywho, but yeah, like I can't do surface. It's to me, if I know what I'm gonna get, it's just what I see. Then what I feel like, what's the point in embarking in a conversation? I'm someone who likes to get to know things to the root of things and people. And if I can't, and there's no root there, if it's just shallow ass soil, I see that ain't nothing to grow here. I can't plant no seeds. So like, what a point? Thank
That's
you. That was
good.
my
So
2
the
cents.
current question is, where is your moon sign in? We got 2 Virgo moons in the chat. So Rashad and Miss Sandra Brody. So 2 Virgo moons, and okay, so Virgo moons, right? The sign of Virgo. If y'all know anything about Virgos are very hardworking individuals. They need a lot of structure when it comes to their daily habits. Their daily routine is very important for them. Doing things is very important, right? A Virgo, when they're relaxing, they're probably relaxing and also thinking about what they're doing next, right? They are doers. They are signs of doers. So that being your moon sign, for our 2 people in the chat, is that's what you need, right? So you need organization. You crave it. You probably really crave it from an emotional standpoint. You probably try to organize your emotions. Whether you do a good job at it or not is up for debate, but you at least attempt to organize your emotions. And you try to just organize people around you, your daily habits, and yeah, that's what I would say for our Virgo moons in the group. Rashad says yes. Okay, I also see, and also if you know which house your moon sign is in, I'll expect you to know that. If you do, you could drop that in the chat as well. Kiana says Capricorn moon. Capricorn moon. So Capricorn moon, Capricorns are the sign of success, leadership, wanting to always feel like they are getting ahead, that they are climbing a ladder towards some sort of success. So that being your moon sign, that being what you need in any environment that you find yourself in, you really need to see yourself grow. Like that is a deep need for you to see that ladder, to climb that ladder. You would probably be most unhappy if you found yourself in a workplace where you felt stagnant, where you felt like you weren't moving upwards. Yeah, ascending that ladder is very important for you.
You know what's crazy?
So, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to add on to the character of Kiana because I know her. crazy. I know when I met her, I love people watching. So seeing her, she's one of those people that she thinks a lot faster than she moves. And that to me is something to me that speaks volumes to me because you just said about Capricorns being leaders, being thinkers, and also the fact that she is a life coach. So I think like to have that kind of mentality, you have to to be that kind of profession, you have to have that mentality of being a leader. So oh, she said
Mm.
spot on. See, there you go. I didn't even look at the comments yet. So yeah, that was pretty spot on.
Yeah, what was you about to say, Emily?
So, speaking of like understanding our moon signs and how you are describing each person's moon signs, I have the question of, do we think that moon signs are important on whether or not we're compatible with somebody, whether that be platonic or in a romantic relationship? Like, is knowing our moon signs an important thing to know when it comes to navigating relationships?
Ooh, what a beautiful question. Yes, yes, right. I think all of this is good information. Because I look at moon sign as a very specific love language, if you will. Because it's what you need emotionally. It's what you
Mhm.
need emotionally, which is a core part of our
Facts.
being. Okay.
But, like,
Facts.
it's, like, truly what you need emotionally, like, soulfully, like, this is who you are, like, deeply and what you
Yes, deep
need
down,
deeply,
deep
yeah.
down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So to be able to know that and communicate that to whomever you are with is very important, right? I'm gonna bring up Mr. Avery Collins in the group who said his moon is Leo, right?
Mm.
And he's currently married. So to communicate that energy to his wife, right? What I need in a relationship, in a romantic partnership, is to still have a sense of adventure and play, right? Avery would not do well in a committed relationship that is very stagnant and unplayful and with somebody who doesn't resonate with his playful childlike energy. Like that is a must have for him. That is his moon. And I know, I also know am familiar with his relationship, so I know that he has communicated that, or even if he hasn't communicated it, he showcases it all the time. So it's like that is who he attracted and who he magnetized, is somebody who loves that as well. So yeah, super important for relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, family. Like, yes, know this. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
B-Roll.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm raising my hand. I'm sorry. So you brought up that question, Ebony, and I know
Mhm.
last week we were talking about situationships. I'm curious, do you know any other signs of the person you're situated with?
I do know that he's a Scorpio. I love Scorpios, so there's that. But I don't really know what his moon is. He also is sensitive, but not
Uh-huh.
as sensitive as me. So I would say his moon's probably in Capricorn because he is very about his dreams and he's determined in that type of aspect. But he also is kind of to himself, but
Yeah.
also is, if he walked into a room, all eyes are on him.
Mm.
He that fine girl.
Oh,
Damn, damn.
see, now I'm curious as
Know
to
me
what that
pics
moon sign is.
later.
Is it Capricorn?
I don't know. I don't know, but I do know he's a Scorpio. So
That's good.
Because the reason why I asked that because I guess you can say the situation that uh, I'm I am in. Um, they are my moon sign. My moon sign is their sun sign. And there were just a lot of things that I've found
I
myself so far.
think I follow him on CoStar, actually.
Mm.
Get them deets, girl. Get them deets. Um, Yeah, but I do find that like, and I don't know if that has any correlation, but Chris, I think called you one time and asked you about this. It was like maybe a couple months ago.
Mm.
But yeah, I do feel as though there's a lot of things that they just do that I don't know if that's the energy I give off that I need, but they just go ahead and do it. Like it's not even a thing I
Mm.
have to say. So it's just like, oh wow, thank you. I truly appreciate that because sometimes it's just really refreshing to have someone who does things and just to be considerate because that's their nature and like to be clear. Like when I tell you this person is all about clarity, they'll be like, "Hey, I'm so sorry I didn't text back because I found myself in the midst of an avalanche, but I didn't get hurt. My car was fine, everything's okay. But I did see a bobcat go down the hill." Like it's some shit like that. Like it's specific like that. I'm just like, you know what? This is great.
And what
This
signs did you say this well?
they're Libra.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Like their sun sign is a Libra.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's interesting. Yeah, their
Yeah.
sun sign is a Libra, which is my moon. So
Yeah, it's very strange.
No, that's a beautiful question though. Do moon signs needed for? Do they give us information for relationships? Yeah, I think that's very
information for
strong.
Yeah,
relation.
it's like I don't know. I just feel like it's your emotional side. It's
Yeah.
your intuition, your perception of yourself, and it can explain, why you might not identify with some of your other signs. I have a friend
Yeah.
who's a Leo, and they're like, I don't really identify as a Leo. It's probably because you identify more with your moon sign.
That
Could
moon
be.
be dope as fuck.
Yeah. Desiree in the chat says, Desiree's moon sign is Scorpio. So just talking about
Ooh.
Scorpios, I am I think I'm pretty thankful that I'm not a Scorpio moon
Oh,
because I'm
dang.
Scorpio everything else. Like
I love a Scorpio.
Yeah,
Me
yeah, but we got our
too.
challenges now.
What?
We
No, that was not towards you.
Bring them on, baby.
Yeah, and that was not towards you. I think
we
you're great.
we got our challenges because it's like if I look at a Scorpio moon, one thing I know about Scorpios is that we are very intense in a lot of aspects, right? We are intense romantically. We are intense when it comes to conversation. We are intense when it comes to charm. We are part of some of the charmers of the zodiac. However, Scorpios, when it comes to secrets and holding stuff in, we can sometimes be the worst. Like it's very difficult to know fully with full transparency what we are thinking, right? We are the mysterious signs of the zodiac. And some people are attracted to that, right? Some people is like, "Oh, turn up on the mystery." But that to be somebody's moon, right? That means the person who's Scorpio's a moon. I would say that person really craves mystery and craves intensity, right? Craves the unknown, craves whew, craves depth of emotion, right? Scorpio is still a water sign, but it's technically water and fire, depending on where you're looking at it. And yeah, there's a lot there to have a
Jared, why
Scorpio
you look like
moon.
that when he said that?
Probably hold a lot of secrets, Desiree. Desiree, you're probably just an incubator for secrets. Probably hold on to a lot of people's information, probably your own information, whether you release it or not. I don't know.
Ebony, you weren't supposed to see that. Secondly, only reason I made that face, 'cause I was like, damn, that makes sense, the intensity. Like, because you think about water and fire,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, that's a lot of steam in that. So,
Ooh.
I mean, bitches be poets, but but no, there's a lot of steam to that, and I would just say for my romantic interaction with a Scorpio that I had, yeah, like it's great. The conversation was great. Sexually, it was great. Everything was like it was in the moment. Everything just kind of was hot and passionate. Um, yeah, but I will say, just as hot and passionate the embrace can be, the disconnect can be just as heated, or like it can lead to a serious part separation. I was gonna say partition. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, the way you described that was really, yeah. I'm not a Scorpio, but I'm just saying, just
Oh no, it's 100% because I love me a Scorpio, honey.
come on, talk about it.
I do. My dad's a Scorpio, so like there's that. And then like my situationship dude is a Scorpio.
Situationships.
I freaking love a Scorpio, but that's very true. I communicate a lot. I don't know if that's my sign as a Taurus or maybe it's the Cancer moon. I don't know, but I
Mm.
communicate. It might be my moon in Cancer because I like telling you how I feel. I'm not shying away from telling you how I feel. And sometimes with Scorpios, they have a struggle of being vulnerable and expressing how it is that they feel 100% of the time.
And these are Scorpio suns, right? Let me be clear.
Yeah.
These are
Yes.
Scorpio sun signs mainly that have
Yes.
trouble
Mainly
showing how they
Scorpio
feel. Yeah,
sun signs. And
That's real.
he's a grown ass man, honey. And you definitely can tell.
So you brought up a good point.
that's funny.
It's the earrings for me. So I think this is a great segue into our final topic of the night, which is our moon signs and expressing what we need.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That was a
Ooh.
deep exhalation on both parties. Wow.
I don't know if I know what I need. I think I'm still figuring that out because I'm understanding truly who I am as a person. So I just haven't known what I wanted or needed in years,
Mm.
which is
And
probably why
also,
I'm in a situationship.
audience, feel free to chime in about
Please.
that question. So you said you're still trying to figure out what you need.
Yeah, and I just came to the realization that I am an emotional person and I am very passionate about everything like 2 years ago. And I had to come to terms into accepting that. I am not dramatic. I am not crazy. I am just a sensitive human being, and that's okay.
Yes,
I'm
it is.
allowed to be sensitive. I'm allowed to be passionate about every single thing that flies out of my mouth. That's what makes me Ebony. And if you don't like that, then oh well. So I'm just now learning that what I want based off of who I know I am, off of my moon sign is I want to be able to effectively communicate with somebody because I heavily communicate. That is how I resolve issues or conflicts. I communicate. And if you don't know how to do that, well, then, honey, you aren't meant for me. And I'm going to cut that shit off real quick.
Okay. Okay.
So that's, I guess, one thing I did learn. Yay! I learned something.
We
I'm
learned
drinking
shit.
that.
Yes.
Mm,
But okay, so I just had like a moment where like something just came to me. Because
go for it.
Ebony, you said you just figured out what you're learning. You're still like, I guess you realized something like 2 years ago, correct? That's what you said.
Yeah.
So okay, so we know how like the actual sun rises and then the moon then it sets and then the moon comes up. Is there ever a point in life where our moon phase is the more dominant? Is more dominant than our sun, or is there ever a moment where like we are so in a moon era and
Yes.
then in a comparison to like a sun era,
Yes. Yes. Don't you know the moon has the strongest gravitational pull? Our oceans are literally dependent on the moon. That's how we get tides to go back and forth. The moon is very powerful, energy wise, kinetically wise, all of it. So, definitely.
Yeah, full moons, new moons. That's probably something that I'll do more study on. But in terms of what I know thus far, yeah, to Ebony's point, the moon's phases, yes, correspond with the fluctuation of the intensity of our own moon signs and gravitational pull.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you can also take that seasonally too, right? When the days are longer and the nights are shorter, yeah, when the days are longer before what daylight saving, yeah, before daylight savings, we're gonna experience more of that radiant sun energy. And then when toward the end of the year during the winter seasons and stuff, when days are shorter, we're gonna, yeah, be more in those emotional needs, right? There's no coincidence to when they say that in the winter is the perfect time to like cuddle up next to somebody, right? Okay, you could say
Word.
yeah because it's cold, but it's also because that moon energy is stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And those emotional needs come out.
It's very true. I mean, that's the reason why I have the phases of the moon tattooed on my back, because when I was doing research about the moon, there was a thing that came up that was like, I don't even know, super old, like 1800s, about how each phase of the moon shows the strength of a woman. And so each phase is something that, because women, we go through a whole complete cycle and then we be reborn again and this, that, and the other. So each phase is a different strength to show how strong and how bright a woman is and can and will be. And that's the whole reason why I have the whole thing down my entire spine, because a spine is a sensitive place. I'm a sensitive gal and I'm a moon chick. So boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. You're welcome.
Yeah,
My
and
thank
and
beautiful.
you.
also to put the cherry on top, women's period cycles are also correlating to phases of the moon. There's no irony to why it's in 28 to 30-day cycles.
Skirt,
um
skirt.
yeah,
We're out here. We are magical human beings, in case you didn't know.
inshallah. I ain't got nothing to say against that. I ain't got nothing to say against
Drinking to that again.
We not
that.
worthy, sis. We not worthy. Yes.
um yeah, okay, but Brody, you asked the question, right? Or how do we communicate what we need? Are we good at it? How do we do it? Um
Ooh.
mm,
How do we communicate what
I
we
sigh
need?
again, because am I good at communicating what I think I'm learning. I think I'm learning how to, because in order to communicate what I need emotionally, I need to check in with my own emotions.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows, I recently purchased an emotional thesaurus. One of the best purchases of my life.
Hmm.
Because it has allowed me to increase my vocabulary and be more in tune with what I'm feeling. Instead of when somebody asks me, how am I no longer say good, fine, or okay, right? It's more descriptive, because if I can describe what I'm going through internally and solistically, I can then better communicate that. As long as my throat chakra is in balance, I can actually deliver that message. So I'm in progress. I'm a work in progress.
We love to hear it. We love to hear it.
Wow, that's beautiful. I
Yes.
communicate what I need by just opening my mouth and telling you what's going on.
I wish I could do that. What?
But that sometimes isn't a positive thing. Like sometimes people are like, girl, I'm not in therapy. This ain't therapy session. And I'm like, well, you goddamn right, because you need to owe me $1,000 an hour. The fuck you think? Of course, this ain't therapy. I'm just letting you know how I feel. But a lot of people take that as either you think you're better than me because you're able to speak this way and the other, or girl, this ain't therapy and I don't have time for that. But in order for you to work with me, you need to be able to communicate how you feel in an effective way. I don't need you to act on your emotions. I need you to communicate them.
Mm.
Oh,
I don't need you to act on
facts.
your emotions. I need you to ooh,
Oh my
Facts.
God.
ooh. That was
Um,
good. That was good.
communication for me, I would say as I've gotten older and siblings can attest, and friends, hell, anyone who knew me younger, my younger years can attest. I've learned how to tame my communication and manicure it specifically to those who I'm speaking to. because as an Aries, we're just very blunt, and we don't mean to be rude about it. It's just whatever is there, we just say it. And sometimes our truth can cut really deep. And I've learned that just because I'm being truthful and just because someone asked me to be honest. Yes, you can be honest, but there's a way of manicuring it to where it is to that person's benefit, not to their liking, but to their benefit. Like I've had
Mm,
to learn with my one of my sisters, I've had to learn that because they are sensitive, um I had to learn that my blunt ways wasn't the most effective of seeing results or changes that they may needed to see or I needed to see for them. So I had to learn a way to communicate that would be most effective because I'm not trying to make my sibling shut down. I don't want my sibling to make me feel like I'm superior and they're inferior. I want them to know, hey, I'm on your team and I'm just noticing my teammate, this is where you might need some help in. So I would say, and it could be due to my Libra moon that this Aries sun has learned how to kind of calm down a little bit, not necessarily just putting the truth out there even when no one asks. Cause I'd be like, your nigga ain't shit. Like it just out there. And I'm just like, bruh, nobody asked you.
Okay, but they
No,
did though.
they ask me sometimes, but like it could literally be a thing like the motherfucker just walk by, be like, yeah, he's garbage. You should break up with him. No one asked me that. No one asked me that. I had
mm.
no business saying that. So I've had to learn how to know when there's a time and there's a place and know how to what's going to be the most beneficial way and what's going to allow the person that's receiving this information, what's going to allow them to be their most receptive. Not what I want them to hear, not what I feel like it should be said, but what they need to hear and what they need in order to get whatever lesson that's coming through me. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's well said. And I think in anything is it's a balancing act. Um, yeah, to be able to communicate most effectively, we have that bold nature to say what we are truly feeling, and we also have that ability to make it strategic so that it is actually heard and received. Yes, that is the ideal. Yeah, no, that's a great question. Um, this is good. This is good. I want to make sure we didn't skip over anybody. Um, Jamie Dion, thank you for sharing that moon sign. Jamie Dion also said Jamie's moon sign is Scorpio. Um, got a lot of Scorpio moons. We also had some Scorpio moons in the DMs as well earlier today.
Wow.
Um, Sun, Leo, Sun, Taurus. Okay, I don't think we skipped over anybody.
Shout out to the tribe checking in. Like we had a lot of numbers today, and I just want to say thank y'all all for joining us. Like this has been a great conversation. We love hearing your input and just getting to know our community better. Like, this is a great way that we can continue just being here for one another. So it's a great way of us getting to know you and you getting to know us.
And on a
Hashtag.
different level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's very, I mean, this might be the last thing I'll say. I think it's very important. I feel like I say this every time we do a Zodiac type episode. I think it's very important to know ourselves more and to not shy away from it, right? The information is accessible. How far we go into those depths is up for us.
Hmm.
But just know that if you want that self-discovery, if you want that self-knowledge, the information is, thankfully, we're in a computer age where
Mhm.
all of that information is literally accessible at our fingertips. So yeah, don't shy away from it. If you don't know your moon signs, if you don't know why they're even a thing, if you don't believe in it, I advise to just go do the research.
Yeah.
And
That shit real, y'all.
do
No, it definitely is. I
That
have
shit
this
is
book.
real.
I have this book. It's called
Yeah.
Practical Magic.
Okay.
And it talks about like your horoscopes, crystals, what is this? psychics and spells. Like it just pretty
Mm,
much like just talks about like your birth chart and how it just affects your everyday life and
yes.
how it aligns with your chakras and like all of that type of stuff. It's an amazing book and it really I felt like helped me get more in tuned with who, who is Ebony? Who am I? Truly. You know, like when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh my God, here she is, but who is she?
Right.
You
That's
know?
real.
I think it's important to do inner reflections of yourself. I think it makes you a better person, a better friend,
Yes.
better in relationships, just better in general.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree
So
with
as
that.
we come down on time, what are our takeaways from this episode? Also, if you have any takeaways, audience members, please drop them in the chat and we'll be sure to shout them out before we close this thing on out. So what's our takeaways, y'all?
Mm.
I think my takeaway is the difference between the moon sign versus your sun sign. And how close are you truly to your sun sign?
Mm.
Yeah.
That's good.
Uh, for me, I think it's being open to the duality that you are with your moon and your sun. Um, I think sometimes we go through changes and we might not necessarily be receptive because we don't know what's happening to us, and because we don't know what's happening to us, it may lead to frustration. Instead of us missing out, and potentially missing out on this beautiful journey of, embarking on being in a dominant moon era or a dominant sun
Mm,
era. So I think my takeaway is just probably being more aware of when my sun and my moon decides to take the reins of my life and just see what happens.
Ooh.
that's good. Being able to shift energies. Love that. And one thing that I jotted down here was which I thought was dope. Ebony said, I don't need you to act on your emotions. I need you to communicate them. Definitely stuck
Ew.
because yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Like we are not out here supposed to act on every single emotion, but to communicate them, to have that internal awareness enough so that we can make our external better and more cohesive. So no, that quote definitely resonates with your boy.
She
um
said moon in Cancer.
right, that emotional intuition. Jamie Dion says, my takeaway is you all are truly amazing. Thank you for dropping the gems today. 100.
Thank you for joining us today,
Thank
babes. We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thank you
so
to all of y'all.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you everybody. Brody, take us out of here.
Oh my God, that you never ask. So, friends, we had another dope episode. And I just want to keep you guys informed and in mind that if you didn't remember or if you didn't join us last week's episode, we did premiere some really good information. And that is we are going to be premiering at our first festival in May, and that is at the Atlanta Fringe Festival. We're going to have 4 nights. That is May 19th, May 20th, May 21st, and May 22nd. We will be making a flyer and we're sending out information and details on a daily basis. So if you want to join us for those topics that we're going to be talking about, which they are going to be fire. I'm already starting on one of them because research is me search and you got to do that. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see what comes out of that festival. Please also just keep watching us every Monday that we have our episodes. You can stream us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and on iElevate if you have Roku or Apple TV. And let's see, what else do we have going on? Did I cover all the bases?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, first, second, third home run. We did it. All right. So, my friends, Please be on the know. Keep following our pages, whether it's here, Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok, so you can keep updated on the next episodes that's coming out. But in the meantime, and in between time, my friends, my painters, please stay safe, sane, and
And
sanitized.
sanitize. Deuces.
Peace.
Love y'all.